Hey, it's me. Let's talk about self-confidence. What does that really mean? Well, when your true inborn self, your intuitive nature, rises up, you feel no doubt at all. You know right away that your words, choices, or actions are just right. You've had moments like this. I know you have. You've handled a situation in the only way possible, and you had that sense of deep certainty. A healthy, mature person responds like that most of the time. In those moments of sure knowledge, you can't help but trust yourself. That's the real foundation of self-confidence. Of course, the question is, why don't we live in that mode most of the time? Well, this path of self-discovery aims to free you from all the layers hiding your true self. It's usually old conflicts and misunderstandings that keep you from trusting your intuition. Underneath it all, your deeper, wisest self is waiting. But we often don't see it or use it because we're so used to reacting with a tense, fearful, or driven mindset that we've learned over time. Sometimes you might think, my real self is so far away, mysterious, maybe even a bit scary. In truth, it's right here. It's right here. You actually know it. You felt it. It's not weird or alien. It's you. You simply spend most of your energy trying to protect yourself, chasing approval, or doing whatever you think is needed to avoid pain or get what you want. That's not your real self. It's a bundle of old habits and wrong conclusions. After some work, you begin to notice a tense, urgent push inside, like an inner shout of, I want. This is what we call the forcing current. The forcing, it's tied to the idea that you must always get what you want in order to be happy, often with the added fear that you might never get it. This drive makes you anxious because deep down you suspect it's not working, yet you still believe you can't be happy without it. This forcing current is the big roadblock, stopping your genuine intuitive nature from guiding you. As long as you think, I must have people's love, approval, admiration, or I won't survive, or I must always get my way, or I'll be lost, you tighten up inside. You create conflict and tension, and you stay stuck in beliefs that are simply not true. Now, we each handle this forcing current, this I want force, in different ways. It's like there's one problem and yet many masks of this problem. Okay, so we'll talk about the 4 main masks for the forcing current. The first mask is submissiveness. This is where you give in to others, hoping they'll return the favor with love, care, or acceptance. On the outside, it looks like kindness, but inside, it's really a bargain. If I please you, you must give me what I need. And this isn't real love. It's a hidden push to make others do your will. The second mask of the forcing current is hostility or aggression. And this is where you decide the only way to avoid losing out is to fight for what you want. You expect people to be against you, so you treat them like enemies. This backfires, of course, because anger drives people away, leaving you stuck in the very situation you feared. The third mask is withdrawal. This is where you figure it's all hopeless, so I need to pull back. You convince yourself you don't need anything from anyone, and you hide to avoid feeling let down. This perceived safe choice costs you. It costs you real joy, and it keeps you from living freely. Deep inside, there's a painful sense of failure. And the fourth mask of the forcing current is faking or shrinking your emotions. So in some cases, you pretend bigger feelings to impress someone. In other cases, you cut off your emotions so they can't hurt you. Either way, you never trust or allow the real natural flow of your inner life. So each of these masks is a trick to force the world or yourself to fit your idea that I must get exactly what I want to be okay. They create more conflict and keep you from showing or even knowing your genuine feelings. Imagine if you could truly drop the idea that your happiness depends on always getting your way, then not getting it means misery. You no longer have to have this stressful inner drive. You'd be able to see reality better and move with it. That's how your real self naturally works. When your real self comes forward, you feel an inner calm and a sure sense of rightness. You don't have to exaggerate or lie to yourself about what you want or how you feel. You also don't crumble if someone disagrees with you or says no. You become more patient, more flexible, and more confident. You can't trust the forcing current. So deep down, you can trust yourself while you're acting on it. You can trust the deeper you, your intuition, once the old strain of I have to is no longer in charge. So how do we do this? Well, you do it step by step. Here are 4 steps. The first step is to spot the forcing current. Notice the tense push of I must get this or I must avoid that until it feels almost physical. The second step is to realize it's not real. Understand that you don't need total approval or perfect outcomes to be safe or happy. Recognize that your real self doesn't see the world that way. The third step is to release it. Each time you see that pushing impulse, gently let it go. Yes, it's scary at first because you're used to it. Experiment with it though. Your real feelings will surface in a calmer way. And the fourth step is to trust what emerges. As you move beyond the forcing current, you'll feel a different quality of intuition. It's firm and peaceful, not anxious. As you let go, you may feel a sudden, almost overwhelming relief. You'll see how your old I want approach was unnecessary stress. You realize you can accept and handle life's ups and downs without fear of being crushed. In that relaxed state, you can see solutions more clearly. This self-confidence is not arrogance or false bravado. It's the quiet knowledge that whatever happens, you can respond with honesty and openness. You'll know when to speak up and when to be silent. You'll sense it in your gut, free from the nagging voice that says, push harder, hide, or give in. Remember, you've had these habits for a while, so you won't break free overnight. It takes time. Each discovery helps you take another step, though. You'll have setbacks, but they'll become smaller and smaller. Gradually, you'll live more from your real self, and that real self knows how to handle life. So, my friend, keep exploring. Find that tense, urgent feeling inside. Watch how it makes you submit, fight, withdraw, or fake your feelings. Let yourself see the childish belief that says you must have everything right away to be happy. And then watch how, by letting it go, you start to feel a genuine confidence growing inside you, one based on truth and real inner harmony. Let me know how it goes for you. Love you. Connect soon.